When dealing with avoidant personalities, the most counterintuitive yet powerful tool at your disposal is complete silence. While every instinct screams to pursue, explain, or convince them of your worth, stepping back into strategic silence disrupts their entire psychological framework and forces them to confront the very emotions they spend so much energy avoiding. The psychology behind silence. Avoidants operate from a position of control, using distance and withdrawal as their primary weapons to maintain emotional safety. They expect pursuit, drama, and emotional appeals because these reactions validate their worldview that relationships are suffocating and demanding. Your silence removes their familiar script and leaves them without their usual justifications for maintaining distance. When you stop chasing, they lose the very dynamic that allows them to feel superior and in control. Silence also triggers what psychologists call the phantom X phenomenon. When someone completely disappears from an avoidance life without drama or explanation, they begin to occupy mental space in ways that pursuing behavior never could. The avoidant starts wondering what you're doing, why you're not reaching out, and whether they made a mistake. This internal questioning happens because their brain cannot categorize you as needy, dramatic, or easily dismissed. The power of withdrawal. Your strategic withdrawal accomplishes what no amount of communication ever could. It demonstrates that you have options, self-respect, and a life that doesn't revolve around their availability. This challenges the avoidance assumption that you'll always be there waiting for their attention, creating a scarcity effect that makes them reconsider your value. When someone stops being readily available, even avoidants begin to question whether they took something good for granted. Silence also prevents you from saying or doing anything that could damage your position further. Every text, call, or attempt at contact gives the avoidant more evidence to justify their withdrawal. By staying silent, you avoid providing them with ammunition to paint you as clingy, desperate, or emotionally unstable. Instead, you become a mystery they cannot easily solve or dismiss. Breaking their pattern. Most people respond to avoidant behavior with increased effort, which only reinforces the avoidant's belief that relationships require them to manage other people's emotions. Your silence breaks this pattern entirely. You're not asking them to fix anything, explain anything, or be anything other than absent from your life. This removes the pressure they typically use as justification for distance. The silence also forces them to sit with their own emotions without the distraction of managing your reactions. Without your pursuit to focus on, they must confront their own feelings about the loss, their patterns, and what they truly want. This internal confrontation is precisely what avoidants spend most of their energy avoiding: the ultimate self-respect. Silence represents the highest form of self-respect when dealing with someone who cannot appreciate your presence. It says that you value yourself too much to chase someone who doesn't choose you consistently. This self-possession is often the only thing that can penetrate an avoidant's emotional walls, because it represents the very quality they secretly admire but struggle to maintain themselves. Your silence becomes your superpower because it transforms you from pursuer to prize, from available to unavailable, from predictable to mysterious. In a world where most people chase avoidance, being the one who walks away without explanation makes you unforgettable.